Don't overcomplicate things. That's my first tip. If you make it complicated, like you got to get this app and you got to get this in order and you've got to wait until you have these finances, then you will never set the goals. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Tatiana, and today I'm going to share with you how to set goals for your business. So in my previous video, I emphasized why setting goals are important, and I also shared how it helps to build your confidence and actually helps you to achieve more success and whatever it is that you want in your life, more abundance. And so if you haven't seen that, please watch that video first. I'm gonna link it down below for you in the description, and I highly recommend watching that. Now, I do want to kind of emphasize that this is so important. I would say that most successful people, they know the importance of setting goals and they make it a conscious act to do it on a regular basis. So if you've never set goals before, whether that be for your personal life or your business life, please do it. It will, even if you don't take action, just setting the goal will have an impact on your subconscious mind, okay? So it's extremely important, and if you are building a business, this is what is going to take you to that next level. Because without goals, you can't really create a strategy because you have nothing that you're working towards. Goals are essentially, in the simplest terms, having something to work towards. And most business owners understand that. They understand that they need to be working towards something all the time, because if you're not growing, you're dying. And with business, it's essential that you're up to date and you're willing to improve and you're willing to learn new strategies and techniques, because if you don't, everyone else is going to catch up, you're going to get left behind, and your business is going to close down. And we've seen that happen with a lot of retail stores, like Blockbusters, for example, where you used to rent movies, get them on Blu-ray and DVD, and you rent them for a week, and then you rush back and drop it off, and then you rent another one for the weekend, and they went out of business, right? Because they weren't able to adapt. So you need to be able to adapt, and the best way to do that is to set goals for yourself. Know what's going on in the marketplace, be on top of the latest technologies, the latest updates, the news, and set goals to helping your company grow. Okay, so it's really not that complicated on how to set goals. You can do it any way you want. I'm just gonna share with you one way to do it, which is the way I do it. Doesn't mean that it's the best way, but this works for me. So don't overcomplicate things. That's my first tip. If you make it complicated, like you got to get this app and you got to get this in order and you've got to wait until you have these finances and financial information, then you will never set the goals. And I encourage you to, if you haven't set any goals, set them today. Take action today, because if you say you're going to do it tomorrow or next week or next month, you probably won't, okay? That's just human nature. If we say we're gonna delay and we're gonna wait and we're gonna do things, it ends up taking longer than we expected, and pretty soon the year's over and we didn't get anywhere, okay? So every year on New Year's, I set my goals. It's become a ritual every New Year's, and I really enjoy that. But what I do is I set goals for my personal life, but I also set goals for my business. So I have something I'm working towards in both of these areas, because let's face it, my business is, takes up a lot of my time. I spend most of my day in my business. So it's very important. So what I do is I look at what are the main components of my business, right? So what are the main pieces of the puzzle? What are the pieces of the puzzle that create Lux Curves, which is my business? So I look at, first of all, social media. So social media, which by the way is another reason why a lot of businesses go out of business, is because they aren't willing or able, they're able, but they're not willing to adapt. Very resistant to social media, but social media is now a part of our lives. It's a huge part of our society today, and if you're not willing to partake, you will have a disadvantage. It's just a fact. So I do believe that social media is a huge advantage, and we should all take action. So what social media? So there's Instagram, there's YouTube, there's Facebook, and there's Pinterest. There's Snapchat. I don't use that. I don't use Periscope. There's a number of them that I don't use, so I'm just putting on here the ones that I use for my business, because this is what makes up my business. So Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest. These are the main ones, okay? So I'm gonna have goals for each one of these things. So when I look at my Instagram, okay, so how does Instagram benefit my business? Well, the more followers I have, the more people I'm able to reach. So that means that if I have 10,000 followers, when I post something, my potential reach is 10,000 people. If I have 50,000 followers, my potential reach is 50,000 people. So the more followers I have, the greater my chance of reaching more people. And the reason that's valuable is because then, of course, the potential for them to buy my products is a lot greater. So the goal with Instagram is to gain more followers. So how do you do that? Well, you're gonna see this is a common thread. You just gotta add more value. That's really what the secret sauce is. It's not about finding out what the hacks and the tricks and black hat stuff. It's really about finding ways to add more value. And so with Instagram, we have now goals, okay? So you can set a number. So every month so my goal, so this is a yearly thing. My goal at the end of the year is to have 50,000 followers, okay? So that means that my goal is to have 50,000 followers by December 31st, 2019, currently at 22,000 followers. Not sure. You know, it's a far-fetched goal, but you gotta stretch yourself a little bit, right? And how are we going to do that? So you can't just say, I wanna have 50,000 followers and not have a plan. So we are going to hire a social media manager. We're going to hire an influencer outreach, someone dedicated to reaching out to influencers to help us grow the brand. And that means that I'm gonna break out this 50,000 into monthly increments. So the year goal is 50,000, but how many followers do I need every single month? And this is the golden nugget, is you have to have a way to track this on a monthly basis. If you don't track it on a monthly basis, then you're really not gonna know if you're on track or not on track. Then by the end of the year, you're like, oh, I didn't reach 50,000 followers, I wonder why. So you don't want to get to that point. You want to be able to catch it when it's small. So that means, you know, maybe if we're at 22,000 now, maybe by each month, I don't know what the math is, let's just see. In January, that means that we need to have gained 2,333 followers just in January. And then February, we need to have gained another 2,333. And so each month on my Google, whatever, your spreadsheet, your Google document, your Pages note, you will check in to see where you're at with this. And so February, great, I reached that. January, I reached that. February, I didn't. Then I'm going to see, okay, why was that? And look into it, try and figure out the analytics, see which post converted better, because this is how you're going to know to improve your business, right? If you can see that, okay, this video did really well, these posts are doing really well, let's do more of that, because that's working. If this one didn't do so well, let's not focus our time and attention on that, because that's not working that well. So that's Instagram. So essentially you do this with every single one of these and you set the goals for them. So YouTube, same thing. On Lux Curves, we want to reach 150,000 subscribers. And on Lux Biz, 42,000 subscribers, okay? So I have a goal for both the YouTube channels, and then I have strategies in place, like releasing 2 videos per week, that the goal is to add more value to people, to be more valuable to people so that they want to subscribe to me. It's not like I'm trying to trick someone. That's not how the business works. It's not sustainable. Your goal is to be of value to people so that they care to subscribe to you, and hopefully you guys hit the bell symbol. All right, so same thing, Facebook, Pinterest. That's how it works. Okay, so that's social media. Then we say, okay, where is our revenue coming from for the business? So revenue is coming from Amazon and Shopify. Okay, so those are 2 different e-commerce platforms. Maybe one is making more money than the other, that's perfectly fine, but you need to have goals for each one, okay? So Amazon, maybe the goal is to optimize the Amazon listing, hire someone to do keyword research, get it ranking better, get new product photos done. So these are all goals that will help us reach the bigger goal for Amazon, which is, let's say, what's the goal for Amazon? Let's say it's like having 1,500 units per month sold, okay? So you can have like a figure, an exact figure like that. And so you have to have strategies that are going to support you so that you can reach that goal. Same thing with Shopify. Let's say it's having 2,000 orders per month, okay? So what are you gonna do on Shopify to get there, all right? So that's another big one. Marketing. Marketing kind of ties into everything. How can you do marketing? Well, we did mention a little bit. We do influencer marketing. There's paid advertising. And then there's, back into YouTube, the non-paid advertising. There's also email marketing. Okay, so having a goal for all of these as well. And then I look at maybe what are some other aspects of my business. Customer support. This is actually a huge one because if you don't have good customer support, you're not going to have repeat customers. Nobody's going to want to buy from you if you're selling products, okay, or even courses or whatever. So this is important. We have a goal of having, by the end of the year, 85%, like that means the full year, 85% happy customers. So we do customer satisfaction surveys, and every week it comes back different, and sometimes it's 75% happy people, sometimes it's 95%, sometimes it's 60%. And so what we need to do is we need to check in on this on a weekly basis to see, okay, are we on track to hitting the 85%? So that means every single month, in order for us to reach the 85%, we need to have 1% improvement. Only 1%, that's it. But at least if the people who work for Lux Curves, the ones doing the customer support, they need to know this. They need to know that their goal is to improve themselves, improve their support by 1% every month. So it's not so much work. It doesn't feel like that. It's like 1%, I can do that. I can be of service to someone and improve 1%, So if we improve 1% every single month, we'll hit that 85% customer satisfaction. And that's so important because this is going to result in repeat customers, and it's going to funnel into this whole entire cycle of how a business ultimately grows. And then there's also like management. So you have to look at your personal business. You look at all the biggest aspects. What are the big pieces of the puzzle? And then you start setting goals for those, and then you start breaking those goals down and developing strategies to support those goals and documenting everything. You must document everything in your spreadsheet and have it so that every month you can check in. And that's really it. There's no special trick, that's just what I do. And what I do also is I get everyone on my team every single week. They send me a weekly report. So everyone from customer support, they have their own weekly report. In the report, they tell me how many people were satisfied, how many people were unsatisfied, why were those people unsatisfied. And every week we do a call, everyone on the team, we do a call together, and we figure out, we go through the positive reviews, the negative reviews, the positive satisfaction surveys, and the unhappy satisfaction surveys. And we see, okay, what did we do right? And we reward and congratulate and honor people for their hard work. And what did we do wrong? How can we improve? And that's where the sauce is. It's being able to confront yourself. It's being able to be a leader and being able to say, okay, you know what? I made a mistake. I shouldn't have said that. Or, you know what? I think I could have improved the way I communicated that. And that's how you offer better service and you grow the business. Because if you don't have those weekly check-ins, again, how can you keep track of anything? You got to keep track. So that is it, guys. That is it, my friends. I hope this was helpful for you. If you have questions, again, comment down below. I answer questions within the first 2 hours of each video being posted. So I'm there with you, and I hope to support you, and I hope that you set goals for yourself today. Remember that if you're motivated, if you're excited, if you're in that state, use it, because that energy does not last, okay? So use it while you have it. Go set some goals for yourself personally, for your business, and take action. All right, guys, see you later. Hey, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you've already subscribed, there's this little gray bell symbol. If you hit that, then you're gonna get notified when I release new videos. And if you wanna keep watching, I've handpicked these 2 videos for you to watch right here.